All right. Hello, future LPTs. Today is June 19, and today we commemorate the birthday and the enduring legacy of our national hero, Dr. Jose P. Rizal. 129 years have already passed now, but his contributions in the country are still valued by the Filipino people because of his writings, the No Limit Tangere and the El Filibusterismo, and as well as his civic organization, the La Liga Filipina. We were able to gain independence and escape from the cruelty of the Spanish regime in our country. Remember, we were colonized by the Spaniards for 300 years. Because of Rizal's intelligence, because of his bravery, his heroism, we were able to skip from it. So we have to be grateful for that. Alright. Future LPTs, tandaan sa Rizal po ay palaging bida sa licensure examination for professional teachers, particularly in the general education. So the more you memorize the life and works of Rizal, you would have more chances of winning. So you have to, get to know everything about Rizal. So last March po, licensure examination for teachers, if I am not mistaken, nasa 6 or 7 ang lumalabas about Rizal. So you have to study more about Rizal future LPTs. So this time, I will be sharing with you in detail, no, the life and works of Rizal so that you will be guided accordingly this coming September licensure examination, no? Gen Ed is very vital, no? Malaki po ang tulong ng Gen Ed sa examination, especially for the elementary. This is 40% and 20% for the secondary. So without further ado, let's start. Mhm. So the full name of Rizal is Dr. Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado Y. Alonso Rio Lunda. So ito po ay tinatanong, no? If I'm not mistaken, last September 2023 examination. Tinatanong daw sa Gen Ed ang full name ni Rizal. So you have to memorize this one. Okay, Rizal is the great hero of the Malayan race. Tinatanong po ito sa Gen Ed, no? And also Rizal is the national hero of the Philippines. Rizal was a polyglot. Polyglot meaning being able to speak different languages. And Rizal can speak and write 22 languages. That is why he was called a polyglot or the polyglot. And also Rizal was a polymath, meaning he excelled in multiple fields of knowledge, arts, and sciences. As we all know, Rizal was a poet, historian, archaeologist, botanist, what else? And many more. So that is why he was called the polymath. Okay, Rizal is known in his nicknames Pepe, but his siblings called him Ote. Ote. So remember this one. And also Rizal used pen names and pseudonyms, no, to hide himself from the Spanish authorities and Spanish repression. So ginagamit po ni Rizal ang pen names when he wrote his novels. Two of his greatest novels, poems, and some of his writings. So tinatanong po sa board exam, no, the meaning of Laong Laan means ever ready or the ever prepared. Tandaan. Next, di masalang. Di masalang meaning untouchable. Di meaning not. Masalang touchable. So di masalang meaning untouchable or cannot be harmed or defeated. This is the pen name used by Rizal in his writings, especially when contributing to La Solidaridad. So La Solidaridad, no, the propaganda movement which advocates for reforms in the Philippines under colonial rule. And remember, future LPT Rizal is one of the member or the triumvirate of the propaganda movement. Tinatanong po ito sa board exam, no? The triumvirate of the propaganda movement. We have Rizal, Marcelo H. Del Pilar, and Graciano Lopez Haina. So the pen name of Graciano Lopez Haina is Diego Laura, Marcelo H. Del Pilar, Dolores Manapat, and Pipin Dilat, and also Plaridel. So Graciano Lopez Haina was the first editor of La Solidaridad. Tandaan, tinatanong po sa board exam, no? The first editor of La Solidaridad, Graciano Lopez Haina, and followed by Marcelo H. Del Pilar. And also Agno River, ito po ang ginagamit ni Rizal, no? Sa kanyang mga sulat as well, sa kanyang mga writings. Okay, so next, let's have the background of Rizal. So Rizal was born in Calamba, Laguna on June 19, 1861. He was baptized by Father Rufino Colliantes, and his godfather was Reverend Pedro Casañas, no? Yung ninong po ni Rizal is si Pedro Casañas. So his greatest novels are the No Limitang Hire and the El Filibusterismo. Sa mga hayop na ipinapangalan kay Rizal, we have 3. The first one, Draco Rizali, the lizard, Apogania Rizali, the beetle, and the Rhacopherus Rizali, the frog. Sa tandaan, teachers, tinatanong din po ito sa general education, no? The animals that name after Rizal. So the Draco Rizali, Apogania Rizali, and the Rhacopherus Rizali. So next, okay, so Rizal died on December 30, 1896, no, by firing squad, okay? He was executed by firing squad at Bagumbayan. No, Bagumbayan ngayon ay Luneta in Manila. He was executed by the order of the Spanish colonial government under the leadership of Governor Camilo Polavieja. Tandaan, teachers, tinatanong po, no, sino ang nagpapatay kay Rizal? Si Governor Camilo Polavieja. Okay, because he was accused of rebellion, sedition, and conspiracy against the Spanish government. No? So that is why Rizal was executed sa kanyang pagtraidor sa Spanish government. Okay, next. Rizal is a person. No, Rizal was an actor, agriculturalist, animal lover, anthropologist, businessman, educator, historian, musician, physician. No? He was an ophthalmologist, poet, philosopher, and more. So, pag tinatanong po sa board exam, ano ang batasan nag-utos na ituro ang life and works of Rizal? It's Republic Act 1425. Tinatanong po ito, teachers. Sa Janet, tandaan. And this law was approved on June 12, 1956. It was authored by Senator Claro Recto and sponsored by Jose P. Laurel. Tandaan. Jose P. Laurel, no, was the puppet president during Japanese regime. Tandaan, tinatanong po sa general education. The puppet president of the Philippines, Jose Laurel. And this law was signed by former President Ramon Magsaysay. Tandaan. Ang tinatanong po sa board examination, sino ang president daw na namatay due to plane crash? Sagot, Ramon Magsaysay. Okay, tandaan ang RA 1425. This is an act to include in the curricula of all public and private schools, universities, on the life and writings of Jose Rizal. Lumalabas ito sa Gen Ed or Prof. Ed minsan. Okay, so the father of Rizal, we have Francisco Rizal Mercado. And his mother is Chidora Alonso Quintos Royalonda. Rizal's mother Rizal described her as a woman of higher culture, and Rizal Rizal's mother is also a woman of conviction. Tandaan, Fisher LP, please. Rizal's mother is a woman of conviction. Why? Because of his bravery, no? Because of his bravery and bravery. Kinukulong po si Chidora Alonso by the Spanish authorities because he was accused, no? No, he was accused of poisoning her brother-in-law. Mhm, brother-in-law. So despite the suffering, she maintained her dignity and refused to break under pressure. That is why she was called the woman of conviction. Tandaan, teachers, lumalabas po sa Gen Ed, no? Rizal's mother was a woman of conviction. So next, let's proceed to the next page. Okay, so we have the Claveria Decree of 1849 imposed the use of Spanish surnames for tax collection. Mercado, no, ito po ay hango sa market, no? Kaya po ang apelyido ni Rizal ay Mercado. Now, this was derived from the word market. And Realonda, Chidora Alonso Quintos Realonda, no, this is from his mother. Okay, so we have Rizal's education timeline. Okay, Rizal's education, early education was in Calamba, no? At the age of 3 to 9 years old, had schooling. And his mother was his teacher. Tinatanong po sa board exam sa Gen Ed, who was the first teacher of Rizal? Sagot is his mother. Mhm. And also in Binyan School, his teacher was Maestro Justiniano Aquino. Tandaan, tinatanong din po ito minsan. Okay, now let's proceed to secondary education. He studied at the Ateneo Municipal de Manila on 1872 until 1887. This school was run by Jesuits. Jesuits was the second missionaries came here in the Philippines after the Augustinians. And then he earned the degree of Bachelor of Arts with highest honors. With highest honors, this is magna cum laude or valedictorian. So, ganyan po katalino sa Rizal, no? Okay, his notable teachers in his secondary school was Father Jose Beck, no? His first teacher in Ateneo, tinatanong ito sa Gen Ed. His teacher in Ateneo was Father Jose Beck. Next, we have Francisco Paula de Sanchez, inspired Rizal's love for literature and writing. And the last one, we have Father Jose Villaclara, helped shape Rizal's philosophical thinking. Okay, now we have the college or the higher education. Rizal studied at the University of Santo Tomas or the UST on 1887 to 1882. No, sa kagustuhan ng kanyang ama, no, na kumuha siya ng philosophy and letters. And then he shifted to medicine. So during his studies in UST, he experienced racial discrimination, no, from Spanish professors. So that is why he decided to quit, no, and pursued his studies abroad. So he pursued his studies in at the University of Central de Madrid in Spain or the Universidad Central de Madrid on 1882 until 1885. He earned licentiate in medicine, licentiate in philosophy and letters, and he further studies in Europe, no, in Paris, France. So doon po siya nag-internship sa kanyang ophthalmology. By the help of his friend Ferdinand Blumentritt. And also in Heidelberg, Germany, advanced training under Dr. Otto Becker. So tinatanong po sa board examination, no, sa general education, saan daw isinulat ni Rizal ang kanyang tula na pinamagatang To the Flowers of Heidelberg. Sagot, Germany. Lumalabas ito noong March. I can always proceed to Rizal's siblings. No? Tinatanong pa ito sa Gen Ed, yung order ng siblings ni Rizal. So you have to familiarize all of these. The first one, Saturnina or Nining, the eldest no, of the siblings. Okay, 1909, Saturnina published Pascual Pobleti's Tagalog translation of No Limit Tangere, and Tandaan Fisher LPT's Pascual Pobleti was the father of Philippine journalism or ama ng pahayagang Pilipino ay Pascual Poblete. Lumalabas ito sa general education. Next, we have Pasiano or Dasiano. The only brother of Rizal referred to him as Otto. Okay, so si Pasiano po ay nagsuporta ni Rizal in his studies, no? In abroad. Not abroad, but in UST. Ay, in the Philippines. Okay, namatay po si Pasiano sa sakit na tuberculosis. So we have Narcisa. No, Narcisa supported Rizal's studies abroad, and she could recite all of Rizal's poems. Next one, we have Olympia, no? Pang-apat si Olympia. Married Silvestre Ubaldo, and Jose loved to tease her, describe her as the stout sister. Pwede na tanong po, the stout sister of Rizal, sagot Olympia. Next, we have Lucia, the fifth, no, panglima sa magkakapatid. Number 6, we have Maria. Number 7, Jose. Pang-apat na, no, pang-pito po sa Rizal sa magkakapatid. Tinatanong po ito, no? Tinatanong po ito sa Gen Ed, the order, no? Pang-ilan daw si Rizal sa magkakapatid? Sagot is 7 or pang-pito. Okay, Rizal married Josephine Bracken, no? Josephine Bracken, namit ito na Rizal sa Dapitan during his exile in Dapitan. Tandaan. Okay, number 8, we have Concepcion or the Concha. Died at the age of 3. Tinatanong din po sa Gen Ed, who was Rizal's first sorrow? Sagot, Concepcion. Okay, we have number 9, Josefa. Okay, the epileptic joined the Katipunan. Number 10, Trinidad. Number 11, Soledad. No? Tinatanong sa Gen Ed, who was the youngest and the most educated sibling of Rizal? Sagot, Soledad. Okay, now we have the loves of Rizal. No? Very common po ito sa Gen Ed. No, I think lumalabas po si Josephine Bracken or Leonor Vera last March examination. So the first love of Rizal is Segunda Katigbak, no, the puppy love from Batangas. Second, Leonor Valenzuela. Third, Leonor Rivera, the greatest love of Rizal, inspiration for Maria Clara in the No Limit Tangere. No, tinatanong sa Gen Ed, no? Who was the greatest love of Rizal? Sagot, Leonor Rivera. Next, pang-apat si Consuelo Ortega. Number 5, Sisan, no? The Japanese love of Rizal. Tinatanong sa Gen Ed, the Japanese. Sisan ang sagot. Number 6, Beckett. Number 7, Nelly Bostid. And number 8, Josephine Bracken, no? The common law wife had a stillborn child named Francisco. So, na-meet po na Rizal si Josephine Bracken during his deportation, during his exile in Dapitan City, Zamboanga del Norte. So far teachers, ang pinaka-common po na tinatanong sa Gen Ed, ano lang man, si Segunda Katigbak, Leonor Rivera, Osisan, and Josephine Bracken. Sila po ang kadalasan tinatanong sa general education. Okay, next. Okay, we have the 2 greatest novels of Rizal. The first one, the No Limit Tangere. This was published, no? Tinatanong po, kailan doon na-publish ang No Limit Tangere? Noong March 22, 1887 sa Berlin, Germany. No, tinatanong ito noong March examination. Whereas, El Filibusterismo, this was published on September 18, 1891 sa Ghent, Belgium. Nolimetang the social cancer and no, no, the translation of the Nolimetang is Touch Me Not. Ito po ay hango sa Biblia, no? Particularly sa John chapter 20 verse 13 to 17. And this was dedicated to the Philippines, no? The fatherland of Rizal. So this was inspired on Uncle Tom's Cabin, written by Harriet Beecher Stowe. So Uncle Tom's Cabin, this is a... Wait, nawala yung camera ko. Ano nangyari? Hold on. I will fix my camera. Oh, Alright, let's continue. Okay, Uncle Tom's Cabin, no? This is an American novel, no? American novel written by Harriet Beecher Stowe. Ito po ay about din sa independence ng Amerika. Okay, tinatanong din po sa Gen Ed, no? The savior of Nolimetang Here was Maximo Viola, no? The savior of Nolimetang Here, Maximo Viola. And Nolimetang Here has 64 chapters. So the savior kasi pinahiram po ni Maximo Viola si Rizal ng pera para maimprenta po ang Nolimetang Here sa Berlin, Germany. Okay, so ang El Filibusterismo in English, this is The Reign of Greed. This is dedicated to Gomburza, no? Gomburza was killed by the Spanish authorities during the Cavite Mutiny. So yeah, during the Cavite Mutiny, and it fueled the Filipino people to rise, no? To rise for nationalism and to fight for justice and freedom. So this was inspired on the Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas, no? Lumalabas na din po ito sa General Education. Alexander Dumas, the author of Count of Monte Cristo. And then the savior of El Filibusterismo was Valentin Ventura. And El Filibusterismo has 38 chapters. Okay. So Nolimetang Here is a romantic novel, while the El Filibusterismo is a political novel. Alright. The Nolimetang Here has freshness, humor, lightness, and wit, while El Filibusterismo has bitterness, contains bitterness, hatred, pain, violence, and sorrow. Since it exposed, the abuses of Spaniards regime, so may violence and hatred. So next, let's go to the characters of Nolimetang Here. Tinatanong din po sa general education ang mga tauhan ng Nolimetang Here, Crisostomo Ibarra. Okay, he is a Filipino who studies in Europe for 7 years. So si Rizal po ito. Si Rizal po si Crisostomo Ibarra. He is Maria Clara's sweetheart and love interest. Elias, he is Ibarra's mysterious friend, He is a master boater who helps Ibarra to escape. He is also a fugitive. Next, we have Maria Clara. This is in the person of Leonor Rivera. Father Damaso, full name is Damaso Verdolagas, the Franciscan friars and Maria Clara's biological father. Next, we have Padre Salve, Capitan Tiago, and Capitan General. So we have the characters of El Filibusterismo. We have Simon. Okay, Simon is Crisostomo Ibarra. Si Rizal po ito. Isagani, he is a poet and Basilius' best friend. We have Tiburcio de España, Next, we have Benzaim. Spanish journalist, Padre Comora, parish priest of Diani, Basilio, the medical student in the novel, and we have Padre Florentino. So next, let's talk about the poems of Rizal. So poems of Rizal, no? Ito po ay kadalasang tinatanong sa general education. No, the first poem of Rizal was To My Fellow Children. This was written on 1869 in Tagalog translation sa aking kababata. No? Rizal believed, no, it was believed to be Rizal's first written Tagalog poem at the age of 8. No? Tinatanong po sa Gen Ed, how old, o ilang taon daw si Rizal no isinusulat niya ang To My Fellow Children? Sagot, 8 years old. So next, number 2, my first inspiration, no? Mi primera inspiración in Spanish. This was written on 1874. Shows his eternal love and appreciation for his mother. Tinatanong po sa Gen Ed, no? Who was the first inspiration of Rizal? Sagot, his mother. Kaya nga po, nag-aral po si Rizal ng medisina, no? Ophthalmologist, an ophthalmology because he wanted to cure his mother's failing eyesight. So, ganun po. Tinatanong din po sa Gen Ed, ano daw ang purpose ni Rizal, kung bakit siya nagkuha ng medisina, because he wanted to cure his mother's failing eyesight. So next we have number 3, felicitation. So this was written by Rizal to congratulate his brother-in-law, Antonio Lopez, Narcissa's husband, on Saint's Day. No, felicitation in English in synonyms, this is congratulations. No, felicitation or congratulations. Number 4, in memory of my town. So in memory of my town, this was written on 1876. In Spanish, this is Yon Recuerdo a la mi pueblo. To express his love and appreciation of his hometown, Calamba, Laguna. Okay, number 5, we have to the to the Filipino youth, or in Spanish, this is A la Juventud Filipina. This was written on November 1879. No, tinatanong sa Gen Ed, what was the crowning glory of Rizal? Sagot, to the Filipino youth or A la Juventud Filipina. No, lumalabas pa ito noong March examination, no? A la Juventud Filipina. So next, this is the impressive poem written by Spanish by Filipino, and this is dedicated to Rizal's fatherland, the Philippines, no? The hope of the fatherland. Okay, next, number 6, To the Flowers of Heidelberg. It was written on 1886 to express prayer for the well-being of his native land. No, tinatanong ito noong March examination. Saan daw isinusulat ni Rizal ang The Flowers of Heidelberg? Sagot, Germany. Okay, number 7, the last but not the least. Okay, no, it's not the last. Number 7, we have My Retreat. In Spanish, Mi Retiro. This was written on 1896, no, the year before his execution, no? A narrative account of his peaceful life while exiled in Dapitan. Okay, number 8, the last one, My Last Farewell, or the Mi Ultimo Adios. This was written on December 1896, no, before he was executed in Bagumbayan, Manila. Okay, this is Rizal's poetic tribute to honor his last farewell to the country he loved so much. Okay, Mi Ultimo Adios, or the My Last Farewell. Okay, we have essays of Rizal. Number 1, El Amor Patrio, no? El Amor Patrio, the love of the country. This was written on 1882. Aimed to establish nationalism and patriotism among the natives. And Rizal extended his call for love of the country. That is El Amor Patrio. No, lumalabasan po ito sa general education. The second one, we have A la Defensa. In response to the anti-Filipino writing by Patricio de la El Cosora, published by La Defensa. Okay, number 3, we have Ona Profanacion. No, this is for refusing to give a Christian burial to Mariano Herbosa. Number 4, Leanto Y. Risas. Hindi naman ito tinatanong, no? Sa Gen Ed. Okay, we have, ito number 5. Lumalabas ito noong March examination. Filipinas dentro de 100 años, or in English, the Philippines within 100 years. This was written on 1890. Wherein Rizal predicted Filipinos revolution against Spain. So, tinatanong ito noong March examination, no? Malay natin, ito ay uulit ngayong September examination. Number 7, we have sobre la nueva ortografía de la lengua Tagala. Na expressed here his advocacy of a new spelling in Tagalog. Number 7, sobre la indolencia de los Filipina, or the indolence of the Filipinos. The essay rationally encountered the accusations by Spaniards that Filipinos were tamad, no? Ang mga Pilipino dahil tamad, so kaya isinulat pa ito ni Rizal to prove that Filipinos are not lazy. So ito po, the title is The Indolence of the Filipinos, in Spanish, Sobre la Indolencia de los Filipina. Number 9, and number 8 pala. Number 8, the last, we have To the Young Women of Malolos, no? Women, this is all about women empowerment in Malolos. Tinatanong din po ito sa Gen Ed. Ano daw ang purpose ni Rizal sa pagsulat ng kanyang essay na To the Young Women of Malolos? This is for women empowerment. Okay, Antonio de Morga, a Spanish lawyer who headed the Real Audiencia de Manila for 20 years, Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas, Events in the Philippine Island. So no, lumalabasan po ito noong March, if I'm not mistaken. Sucesos de Islas Filipinas by Antonio de Morga. No, lumalabasan po ito. So you have to remember this one. Okay, Rizal's arrest and fate of the La Liga Filipina. So no, Rizal was arrested because of his civic organization, no, the La Liga Filipina. And the main goal of the La Liga Filipina were to unite Filipinos, promote social reforms, and encourage education, agriculture, and commerce. Okay, so after dinakip si Rizal, he was exiled in Dapitan, Zamboanga del Norte. Okay. Yeah, lumalabasan po ito sa General Education, La Liga Filipina. Ano daw yung civic organization na ginawa ni Rizal. The title is La Liga Filipina. La Liga is not Filipina, it's Filipina. Okay, so we have Rizal in Dapitan, no? Okay. Rizal was exiled in Dapitan, Zamboanga del Norte. Tinatanong din po sa March examination, if I'm not mistaken, ano daw yung purpose na Rizal sa kaniyang exiled in Dapitan? Yeah, tinatanong po. Ang sagot, establish community schools, render community services. No, lumalabas ito sa Gen Ed noong March. Ang sagot ko po at first is solve social issues. Pero pagdating sa question number 140, tinatanong, my question doon na Rizal's purpose daw was to offer community service. Ayun, binalikan ko at pinalitan ko yung sagot ko ng offer community services. Okay. We have trial and execution of Rizal. Okay. Okay, Luis Taviel de Andrade, the Rizal's lawyer, no? He was imprisoned in Fort Santiago. Si Attorney Taviel de Andrade, siya po ang taga-depensa na Rizal during his trial. But Rizal was found guilty during this trial, no? He was found guilty, that is why Governor General Camilo de Fulavija signed to execute Rizal, no? Execute Rizal on December 30, 1898. Oh, 1898? Wait, I forgot. 1896 ata. 1896, wait. Alright, let's continue. It's not 1898, it's 1896, no? Hinatulan po si Rizal noong 1896 because of his betrayal to the Spanish government. Okay. So, pinatay po siya sa Bagong Bayan. Bagong Bayan ngayon ay Luneta Park. Siya ay inilibing sa Paco Cemetery. Paco Cemetery. Tinatanong rin, tandaan teachers, tinatanong sa Gen Ed, sino daw yung nagpapatay ni Rizal? Si Governor Camilo de Polavija. And then, sorry, I forgot. Tinatanong din po sa Gen Ed, sino daw yung nagpatapon ni Rizal sa Dapitan? Si Governor General Eulogio Despujol. Tandaan, nagpatapon ng Rizal sa Dapitan si Governor General Eulogio Despujol. Ang yung napapatay sa kanya, si Governor Camilo de Polavija. Okay, next. Okay, so the last word of Rizal, na bago siya pinatay, nung pinatay siya, nung binaril si Rizal, yung sinabi po niya is consummatum est, no? Consummatum est meaning it is finished. So, nung pinatay si Rizal, he requested, no? He requested na barilin siya paharap sa mga tao. But, Governor General Polavija declined his request. Kasi yung mga traidor noong panahon ay pinapatay po patalikod. So, kaya po, Governor General declined his request na barilin siya paharap. So, binaril siya patalikod. Okay, so Makamisa, no, I forgot to include this one. Makamisa, tinatanong sa Gen Ed, the unfinished novel of Rizal, Makamisa, no? Kasi he was executed na on December 30, 1896. So hindi na niya natapos yung Makamisa na nobela. So tinatanong din po, no, yung mga hayop na Rizal, Osman, no, ang name sa aso ni Rizal. And then Pony, yung pony, ano ba yung pony? Yung kabayo. Yung kabayo ni Rizal, pinangalanan niya ng Alipato. No? Tinatanong din daw ito sa general education in the last season. Ano daw yung alan sa pony ni Rizal, Alipato, yung aso niya, name is Osman. Okay, so we have here the last one. So, quotes on patriotism and the nation. So, ito po yung mga sikat, no? Nakakataga ng mga kasabihan na Rizal. Number 1, ang hindi marunong magmahal sa kanyang sarili. Ang hindi marunong lumingon sa kanyang pinanggalingan ay hindi makakarating sa kanyang paroroonan. Next, the youth is the hope of the future, or the youth is the hope of the nation, or ang kabataan ay ang pag-asa ng bayan. Number 3, I wish to show those who deny us patriotism that we know how to die for our country and convictions. The pen is mightier than the sword. No, lumalabas din ito sa Gen Ed. Next, there can be no tyrants where there are no slaves. Number 7, he who does not love his own language is worse than an animal and smelly fish. In Tagalog, ay hindi marunong magmahal sa kanyang sariling wika ay higit pa sa amoy na malansang isda. So that's all, teachers. I hope na nakakatulong ito sa inyo, and good luck on your future and your examination this coming September. So actually, I was not able, no, to exemplify everything about Rizal. Pero yun na po ang kadalasan tinatanong sa Gen Ed. So that's all, teachers, official LPTs, and see you in my next vlog.